are now entering Nick and Mello's hyperspace.
I'm Nick, and happy May 4th, everyone.
I'm Carmelo, and happy Star Wars Day, everybody.
We wanted to do a fun special episode for you guys in honor of May the 4th, the best holiday ever. We're doing a little questionnaire between the two of us. It is, we're going in like a clean slate. We have no idea what the other person's going to ask. It could be anything Star Wars related. Only going to do 3 questions each. We didn't want to be here all day, but it's going to be fun. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
This is not one of the questions that I'm going to ask you, but I just thought of this off my head. How long have you been celebrating May the 4th?
Oh, very recently, actually.
Same here.
It's not something that I was very aware until maybe like 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
It's new to me. It is certainly sort of sequel trilogy era around those years.
Same here, actually. I mean, when I was younger, everybody said May the 4th be with you, and I just thought it was a fun little, gag. But then as I got older, I'm like, we just take this day to celebrate Star Wars, and now they have all kinds of days. Today is we're recording this on May 1st just to kind of give you guys an inside baseball. It is a lot of people I've seen online say this is Happy 501st Day.
Right.
And then
right.
Of course we got
501.
Yeah. That's very fun. And then you got May the 4th, Revenge of the 5th, Return of the 6th. And I've heard some people even throw out the idea, let this whole month be Star Wars month and call it This is the May.
Oh my goodness.
I thought that was great. That's the best one I've heard.
I had not. You
never heard that?
I had not heard that.
I may start. This is the May.
May is when the movies came out in the original trilogy.
And the sequel or the prequels.
Things happen in May. So
yeah.
I think
that's fitting.
I'm liking this. This is the May. Maybe
this is the May. This is the May.
All right. Are you ready for questions?
I'm very excited because I had no idea what you were going to ask me. So I'm curious to see what you come up with.
Well, this is a 2-part question.
Okay.
What planet in the Star Wars galaxy would you enjoy living on?
Okay.
And then the second part is, which planet would you enjoy visiting as a tourist, but would never live on?
It's very funny. I actually considered asking you this similar question, but I didn't. I was like, no, that might be too obvious. That's a very fun one. So the first thought for living on would probably be Naboo. I would live on Naboo.
Huh. It's a good place.
It's very beautiful. A lot of nice architecture, very beautiful scenery. Depends on when I would live there, but I would like to live there when there's peace, when the Gungans and the people of Theed are in unison. Yeah. And they, in the Padme novels, they talk about a lot, like very rich with art and culture and the theater and stuff like that. So I think that'd be very cool to live on and experience that.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be a fun one.
Okay, cool. So
the second part of the question, that's a tough one. I was either going to say Coruscant because it seems very busy, but I'll give a better answer, and I think Corellia, because I think it would be cool because they build a lot of ships there. It's a lot of shipping yards. I think it'd be cool to see the process of a ship made. Probably not good for like pollution wise or like just it'd probably be musty and gross, and it'd be cool to visit. Yeah, it'd be cool to visit. And there's a lot of criminal activity there, so maybe not. So that'd probably be my answer.
All right. Those are good answers. I probably would live as well.
I had a feeling you would say Naboo. I'll start off with this one. In your opinion, Carmelo, what is the most underappreciated film or TV series in Star Wars?
Oh, goodness.
In your opinion, it doesn't have to be.
I mean, I would have to say Last Jedi because of the negative reaction of the film. Okay. To me, is one of the best in the series. And I think with time, people will agree with me.
I think so.
Television show, that's tough because they're so good.
I've enjoyed all of them personally.
there was a lot of grumbling about Kenobi, but I just rewatched Kenobi, and I would say Kenobi. I was a little disappointed that there was so much Vader in it, but I rewatched it again just a week ago, and I thought, no, this works.
Mhm.
Works. This really works. So I'm going to say Kenobi. The Last Jedi for film, Kenobi for
TV series.
television show.
I was actually leaning towards Kenobi as mine as well. So
Okay.
we're on the same page there. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I have lots of friends that stopped watching it. They just got
Really?
bored and stopped watching it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not perfect. I have some issues with it, but I overall think the story is incredible.
I love the story.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
And little Leia,
she's great.
little Leia. That's all I have to say.
She's the
Little
best. She is the best. I love that actress.
Leia. All right. Question number 2. This one's an easy one.
Okay.
What is your earliest Star Wars memory?
Oh, you're getting very personal with your questions.
Star Wars memory.
Okay. So the first movie I fully watched and remembered was Revenge of the Sith.
Right.
But the first memory I have of Star Wars, and it's like very vague, but I remember it specifically because I want to say I was probably, I don't want to make you feel old. I was probably 4 or 5. I guess I was 4 because Phantom Menace was coming out in 99. So I must have been about maybe 3 or 4, but I remember the trailer for the Phantom Menace coming on TV, and my family, I guess this is the first time they heard about it. Obviously I didn't know, dates or keeping up with pop culture at that time, but I remember my family being like, oh wow, they're bringing Star Wars back. I never thought they would bring Star Wars back. And I remember being like really young, being like, what? what is that? Looking back on it, I guess I didn't understand the hype until I got older of like how people were really excited for it. And yeah, I guess that was my earliest one. The worst thing I can really remember about Star Wars.
Interesting. Oh, interesting. I didn't know the answer to the question, so I was very curious about what the answer was, because I knew that Revenge of the Sith was your first movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I was curious, like, is there something earlier that you remember before seeing the movie? So
I also remember before Revenge of the Sith, I remember the 03 Clone Wars series.
Okay.
And I remember liking it because it was in those little micro episodes. So like it was just enough to keep my attention span. Like it was quick and I didn't have to like linger, because at that age I was like everywhere. I was ADHD brain. I was not paying attention long enough. So it took me till I was almost 10 or 11 to watch a full movie, probably. If it was not animated, I was not into it. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Good question. I like that one. So mine are not as personable as yours, but I like those questions. So this question, as the audience probably knows that keep up with us, we love the animated series a lot. At Star Wars Celebration, we got the news Bad Batch is ending after the 3rd season. So what would you like to see as the next animated Star Wars series? Like as the front line?
Oh.
Anything you would want, what would you have it be?
Oh, that's an excellent question. And I am pausing because I had never thought about this. Okay, we're gonna have to edit this out of the show because I need a moment here. It's a really interesting question because I'm thinking about what would work on animation.
Mm-hmm.
A story that we haven't had would work really well on animation. Oh. This would be sort of a dark show.
Okay.
But I would love an entire show on the Inquisitors.
Okay. Oh, that would be fun.
Dark side Inquisitors, the politics within the Inquisitorium, because we got a little bit of a sense of that in Kenobi, but we only got a glimpse.
Right.
And in the comic series, the Charles Soule series, we get a little bit more information on the Inquisitors as well. But I think it would be fun to dig deeper into that world. So I'm going to say a really dark show, an R-rated show.
Oh my, interesting.
Of the Inquisitors. I think that would
okay.
Be
I like the Inquisitors because I'm a big fan of the Grand Inquisitor. I want more of him. He's one of my favorite villains that Disney's done.
I want to know where he comes from. Maybe a whole show on him.
There you go. Well, we kind of know a hints of where he comes from in Rebels.
Yes.
But I would like to see that transition, like how he became an Inquisitor.
More.
Yeah. I'm with you. That's a very fun one. Okay, that's not what I expected from you.
But well, actually, either. But I was sort of thinking, what would work on animation?
Right.
And I think that would be really, really fun. All right, are you ready for question number 3? This is a silly one.
This is what?
It's a fun one.
Okay.
It's a fun one. Which Star Wars animal do you really wish was real?
Oh, okay.
Which Star Wars animal do you really wish was real?
Okay, so now I would have to say, because I feel like it would work, it wouldn't be as weird or off-putting to people. I feel like loth cats. Loth cats would be easy and adaptable. And I love loth cats because I have cats of my own. So if I could just turn my cats into loth cats, that would be fun. And Porgs is another one I would consider.
I want Purgles. My answer would be Purgles.
Oh.
I would love to have space-faring animals.
That would be neat.
Huge and that travel large distances.
That would be
Of course, the American government would kidnap them all
and weaponize them somehow.
Use the technology
to
be able to create hyperspace technology out of these poor animals. But we won't go there.
They might do some very dark things.
We'll just leave it at pretty Purgles running around.
That's a fun one.
I like your loth cats. That's fun. That's really quite fun.
I love loth cats. They're so adorable. I like the Purgles. I don't know how we would get in contact with them or touch them or anything.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, they would be cool to see in the sky. Who knows?
God, yes. Like
if
you could see them from the visible eye, from the naked eye, you could see like little lines.
Well,
in the sky. They're not meteorites. They're Purgles.
Right. I think we talked about when they did the episode of Mandalorian when Grogu saw the Purgles. We were both like, we were so excited.
I went into conniptions. I was speechless.
I never thought I would see that in live action.
I remember like sitting up in my chair, so I was like, wait a minute, those are Purgles. Those are Purgles. Oh my God, those are Purgles.
It's funny. The first time I saw those, I was like, this is so weird. Why? I didn't like them at first. And then I grew and I'm like, I was like, this is so out there. I don't know if I could make this work. But then it grew on me. I gave up. I got over it. So
I really liked them from the beginning. I thought they were delightful, and I loved the idea of sort of intelligent life being spacefaring, because we don't have any other biology that lives in space.
No,
and
we
so
don't.
I was really interested by that.
Build-A-Bear actually had in a limited time, and I should have got one. Build-A-Bear had a loth cat they were selling.
Oh, really?
And I did not get one. I should have got one. I was waiting, and I was like, I'll get one. And then eventually, of course, now they're gone, and they're an arm and a leg on eBay. So I'll probably never get one. But I should have got one.
To the fear of the audience losing my patience on me, I bought an Appa at C32.
Oh, yes.
And my husband is in love with it.
Oh,
I caught my husband reading a book in the living room, and Appa was on his lap.
Interesting.
Joseph doesn't know what Appa is or who Appa is or anything like that.
But he liked it.
Found the animal adorable. And so there he was with this little Appa on his lap reading a novel.
Interesting. Do you think he...
Thank you, Star Wars. Star Wars.
I think he, at first, he was kind of like, why did you buy this? If I remember, he's always like, what is this for? Hey.
All right.
Question number 3. All right. Last question. And this is fun because you may need time to think about this one too. We love comics and novels, as we talked about a lot on the show. So what book or comic character would you like to see make a live action appearance next?
Well, we know that Thrawn's coming, so I'm not going to put him. I'm not going to do the Rebels characters because those we know are coming.
Yeah.
I am conflicted about the answer.
Okay.
but I would say Rex.
Rex. Okay. Not a bad one.
And I am only conflicted about it because I just don't think of that actor
As Rex.
as Rex.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why I'm hesitating.
Yeah.
But I would love that would be really fun. That would be really fun. An older Rex.
Yeah. Well, and we saw that one clone in Kenobi with the beard, so I think he definitely pulled the look off. But I'm with you. It might be it'd be interesting to see if he can actually do it. I don't think he's.
Yeah,
I don't think he
that
can't do it, but I think he just maybe.
No. It just that the image that I have of that actor doing Boba Fett and doing Jango
Right.
Fett is so different
Than who Rex is.
from who Rex is.
Yeah.
And the character in Kenobi, he's a clone.
Right.
So that's different because he did that in Attack of the Clones. He did that in Revenge of the Sith. But it's I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he could pull it off. That would be awesome. I'm
We'll
gonna
see.
say
We'll find out. Maybe in Ahsoka.
I'm gonna say Rex. Well, that's
Ma-
true. I thought about that. He might show up in that.
Yeah.
He might show up in that. I just saw Return of the Jedi with the bearded guy that everybody says it's Rex.
It says it's Rex.
It's Rex, but it's not.
I think a lot of people want it to be.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
I have two answers for this.
Oh, you're
Callus.
answering your own questions?
Yeah, I just want to let you know. Mine would be Callus. Would be one I would want to see in live action.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Callus. Agent Callus.
Oh.
Callus.
Oh,
He's the one I would like to see.
yes.
And if I'm going book or comic, Sonastaros
Oh.
from the Afra series, and then she's got her own series now, which is really fun. So that's who I would pick.
I'm going to edit one of my questions. I would love an animated show of Dr. Afra.
That's where I thought you would go with that, actually.
That would be really, really fun. Because she's goofy and fun and funny.
Mhm.
And I think it would work in animation.
Yeah, her comics are
still
very
like-
weird.
Show, but yeah. I haven't started reading the Sonastaros comics yet, so I don't know anything about that yet.
She's
Oh.
great.
Okay. Well, she's a great character. I like her very much.
Yeah,
I like her
I
very
think
much.
she's very funny. So I would love to see her in live action.
Cool.
That
Well, it was fun.
Yeah, I like doing these. This is something we've never done before. So
No, and I think
get
this
to
is a fun
experiment.
tradition. Yeah, maybe this is the beginning of a beautiful tradition.
Yeah. Oh, and maybe this is a good jumping on point for some people that have never viewed our podcast.
That's exactly right. You can start here.
You can start here.
Getting to know us. Getting to know
Right.
us. and talk
It's a
about all
good
this
introduction. A good
Awesome.
introduction.
stuff. May the fourth be with
Be
you.
with you. Thank you guys, as always.
Take care, everybody.